You're all coming back. I know. I know. When I see you on my side of the veil, you're not going to miss the party. You're not going to miss the party. You're coming back. Imagine a young body with the knowledge that you gained this time around, where you won't have to make the same mistakes. Coming in fresh, clean, looking good. You're not going to miss this party. Every single time when I've seen you on my side of the veil, you can hardly wait to go at it again. Especially if there's some redemption coming. And what I mean by that is you spent a lot of time fighting the old energy, not to enjoy what you paid for. Yeah. There's more. Let me just take a moment to sit in congratulations. Wisdom is evolution. It's not getting smarter, it's getting wiser. We told you last week that the metaphor of all of this is the children in the playground. And it is. It remains that. You really understand this. Kids grow up. You were one of them. Can you remember what it was like in the playground? Do you remember the bullies? Do you remember feeling inadequate, or maybe you were a bully? And you acted out whatever it was you did in your juvenile consciousness, and it changed as you grew up. And as you became adults, you didn't do those things anymore because you knew better, because you were wiser. Now think of humanity that never got out of the playground till now. Now you are given the tools of the maturity that you've earned. You're not going to have a humanity go into this wisdom as long as they are a warring, barbarian humanity. That's all you've done, by the way. You learned how to kill each other better and better and better through the years. And suddenly, the consciousness is changing to say, this is not what we want. Oh, believe me, there's going to be continuous argument with that. Just like in real life, you realize some of the bullies never grew up. You're seeing some of them on the planet right now. They would love to take this dark energy and just put it right back where it was before, make you afraid, and it's not going to happen that way. But they'll try. And that's what, by the way, is getting the news, and will. Wisdom. Your innate is going to start changing. Innate is the smart body intelligence. That's what you muscle test. The bridge between the corporeal and the innate is missing, and it's going to start being constructed. Let me put this in common terms. You'll eventually be your own medical intuitive. You'll know what's going on in every organ of your body, in every gland. You'll know if there's balance in your blood. Don't you think your brain should let you know that? It knows. It's always trying to balance itself. The only thing it left out is your consciousness. When you start operating at 44, this becomes a reality. This is just the beginning, dear ones. Imagine a human being that would know these things. You might look at them and say, they are a super person. How can they have that? Welcome to the future. Peace on earth, and we've said this before, is the beginning. It's a no-brainer, as we would say. It comes with wisdom, does it not? You stop beating yourself up in the playground when you got to be an adult. You didn't see Henry over there and remember he threw a rock as an adult and go beat him up. That's what you did when you were kids, not adults. You had a maturity, a little bit of elegance. That's what we are looking at for the planet. That's our prediction. Not right away. We are giving you the ABCs of how this works so that it will be real to you, so that you will understand it's not a magic potion of energy that's going to sweep over the earth and cause, peace. It's not. The engine of it comes with your DNA, with your wisdom, with your incarnations, with what you decide to do. There will be many who'll decide to do nothing, and all their lives they'll wonder why nothing works. We've told you over and over, finally, that the human attribute of what you can do about this is what people see in you. Are you always angry? Are you always worried? Part of Akashic wisdom, part of the coalescence, the coherence of consciousness creates a human being who is peaceful. And this is very attractive. Very attractive. Don't you really want to be with somebody who's always at peace? When you go to work, would you rather work with people who are peaceful, mature? Wouldn't it be great to, every once in a while you'll meet somebody who spins in drama and you say, I haven't seen that in years. There'll come a day when you stop worrying about everything. You stop worrying because you know you're in control. That's working at 44%. Imagine what 90 would look like. You might even have control over physics, like the masters did. That's the energy of the future. That's what's coming. That's the message. Now there are those who would say, how soon? It all sounds so good. I want you to remember, some of you were here 20 years ago. Well, my partner brought me to a room very similar to this, and for the first time, he allowed me to open up and give you messages. Oh, they were different. 20 years ago. And at that point in time, we gave you information, and all of that information is now in front of you. We saw the potentials of what would be, and it was not wasted. It happened. Spirit does not know the future. That's free choice. But we know the patterns that have happened before on other planets. We've seen what you're doing. We see an overview that no human being can see. We know what's going on in the cracks. We see things you wouldn't believe, all of which are pushing you forward. How soon? This is up to you. There are so many things in your favor, even that which happens in your solar system, which creates the energy, which you call astrology, points to all of the things that we give you now. There are helps for you. Energy that enhance you, to push you forward with free choice. It's exactly what we told you could happen. And here you are. If we had to take a look at the phases of humanity, and as historians in 500 years will start to look at it, you'll have the barbarian age, which lasted thousands of years up to now. The precession of the equinoxes marked the beginning of a human consciousness that went into maturity. Then there was an age of getting used to it. I'm not going to tell you how long that's going to last. On other planets, amazingly short. The potential is there for you to get through this quickly. Dear ones, you have paid a price for this. All of the years, the lifetimes of working this puzzle, and now having the freedom to see the end of that. It takes adjustment. And in the adjustment, a recalibration, finding the new frequencies, getting out of fear. Finally, I will say to you something that I have said over and over, and I want you to hear it again and again and again. The darkness will try to win now that the light has been turned on. They have one tool, which is potent, really potent. It can get to the highest of the high. It can get to the light worker, the healer, the channeler, everybody, if you let it. It's a 4-letter word called fear. If you're afraid, they won. I want you to think about that. They know this. Let your light shine through this so fast, so amazing, that is no longer a 4-letter word. It doesn't even exist. March through these times and remember them, for you've earned them. The entourage says thank you. Stay a moment and celebrate each other. And so it is.